A cool Mac.
Yeah.
Smart cat with a cool Mac. With a cool Mac. With a cool Mac. It's your boy, Kool Kat. It's your boy,
You know what, man?
Kool Kat.
Anybody
It's your
can be a
boy,
Kool Kat. All you gotta do is follow the rules. Follow the rules. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. You know the golden rule is to stay in school. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. I never feel the pressure and I can't be used. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. You know the golden rule is to stay in school. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. I never feel the pressure and I can't be used. You ballin' know my name? That's cause I'm smooth like ice. They call me Kool Kat. And no, I don't chase mice. Yeah, I get straight A's because I'm up on game. I got medals around my neck and that's the price of fame. Many dogs, they hate me. Many girls, they love me. They wanna see me dance. So they pushin' and shovin', but me, that's okay. Yes, I like the attention. I'm the coolest cat. If I forgot to mention, check yourself, cause I'm nice and neat. I never miss curfew and I don't hang on the streets. I'm an upright citizen, I obey the law. Won't catch me hanging on the corner. I never blend with a clique. I don't need that, in fact. Cheesy back, it's like that. I wear my hat real low. You should know I'm the coolest cat across the globe, for show. You know, listen, I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. You know the golden rule is to stay in school. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. I never feel the pressure and I can't be used. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool. You know the golden rule is to stay in school. I'm the Kool Kat. I'm the cat that stays cool.
Alright, fam. Shalom, shalom to you, pure repentance, heart, the kingdom is at hand. Sorry I didn't say nothing at the first when you came in. And I just want to welcome everyone to my live this morning. Okay, we're going to be talking about something that is very important. It's not just in my opinion, but it's in reality. If there's any issues with the sound or anything, let me know. Thank you for the compliment on the beat. That beat was made by Freezy at Kool Kat Records, I believe in 2011, around the time when BET was still BET to a certain extent. And they had already done canceled Yo MTV raps and a lot of stuff that the youth, the younger generation, did not get to participate in or even to showcase their music or anything. Because when it becomes mainstream, when it becomes owned by other parties, our creative art and everything does not receive the recognition that it deserves. Somebody did a video. I'm just jumping right on into it, fam. But somebody did a video on how the sister had made It Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. And then Elvis Presley did his. He sold millions, but the sister was struggling. And she was struggling until the day she went to sleep. Another one that they talked about was Lionel Richie. How Lionel Richie, through his creativity and everything, created what is now called today rock and roll. And Pat Boone was actually singing his songs and everything. And they recently said they gave him rights, and Elder Lionel Richie, he gone on now, but on it go. And now people is arguing about samples not being clear. But when you want to think about it, the first company that make that made lights, your sample got to be cleared through them in order for your lights to be turned on. Main corporation, you pay a security deposit, and you pay your lights every month because there's a fee when you pay it. But when people go through the hood, they say it, the only fee is that the brothers and sisters that's inside of gangs say they gathering fees, and they say it's not mandatory that they gather these fees off of the block, so when people come through, so if a rapper come through the town, they say they gotta pay a fee, but not really, because it's if you want to pay a fee. Was saying, I think his name is I just know his name is Red. If I find his name, I'll share it with you on my community tab. But he was talking about the gang culture. But anyway, everybody pays fees to the things that they want to use and access in order for you to get samples cleared and everything. And since we know that American music would not be anything if it wasn't for our ancestors, they created all the genres that y'all listening to on the radio. If you listen to it, our ancestors formed all that, and they weren't doing it for no commercial or nothing. They was out there singing in the cotton plantation, in the fields out there. Okay, Mashbaka, thank you. I'm finna post it up for you, alright? So, a lot of the things that we have formed and created, we don't hold the shares to it, And so we got brothers and sisters that's that done made it platinum, double. Some of us say if Tupac would have lived, he probably would have went a double diamond. You know what I mean? And it's people like the Calvins, like Bow Wow and Snoop, and them that done made that done had a lot of monetary gains through hip hop and rap. Alright? But when you have people holding the shares that don't see it as from the roots, from whence it came, they're just going to see it as another endeavor that they need to pursue and calculate all the money, like with the oil and everything else. So you got our brothers and sisters in Africa say, hey, we want our oil, we want control of our own oil. Then you got brothers and sisters in Africa say, hey, we want control over our gold, we want control over our titanium. And you got the brothers and sisters in this district over here on these plantations that say, hey, we want control over our creative rights. We want control over that. And then you have some, not all, like Brother Phil say, some that come to America and say, you know what, y'all? This is everybody. This ain't come from y'all. This came from everybody. So y'all need to get off y'all high horses, you Negroes, and just get with the program. But that's not how. If people say we need to go ahead and get with the program, we skip over that. People say we just need to go ahead and get with the program, and we're not even getting 50% of the shares of our own creative, artistic genres. You know what I mean? When companies work with other companies, they actually have to pay a fee. If you want to franchise with Publix, you got to pay a fee to franchise with Publix. But our people don't have a main base, and if we had one, we sell them away. So we had BET, and we sold away our main base. We had TV shows that branched off from our creative abilities, like Yo MTV Raps. Other people that came in from the diaspora, They can express, they use the cultural expression to express how they felt, what they was dealing with. You know what I mean? So if it was owned by freedmen, then it's not owned by people that's not freedmen. But when you sell over your rights, when you sell your shares over, then other people is able to come in and set the rules. And that's why we no longer have Big Frida. We no longer have Tigger and them that come on every Saturday. We no longer have Chris Brown to be able to come up there and talk about the new artists that he breaking inside of the industry. We no longer have things like that to be showcased on a major platform where a lot of our people ain't got to fight for recognition. See, a lot of us look at this and we say, well, the artist, is something wrong with the artist, is something wrong with hip-hop. No, I don't believe there's nothing wrong with hip-hop. I respect other people's opinions. I don't think there's nothing wrong with hip-hop. I believe that we're so scattered and divided and we don't have a main place until the other places, other artists ain't looked at as good artists or as good singers or musicians. So we're scattered all over the place fighting for the top seat. When we had BET, that is the top seat where all the artists could flow through and it showed through. Everybody would get an opportunity for their art to showcase through. And the brother was speaking about this. I share his name underneath the video as well. I mean, underneath a post when I get done. But another brother was talking about how, and I just tell y'all, you know, our people, we in all stages of life. Some of us gonna talk a certain way, some of us ain't gonna like. But I don't want to rip off something like a lot of things been going, because a lot of us trying to fight for the top of the mountain to be the big boom boss, and that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to say is that when you have a main platform, and we got Brother Philip Scott, he's trying to build a main platform. You got our brother Benaiah Israel and them, they're trying to build a main platform. You got Elder Pastor Kelly. He could be a source for a lot of our brothers and sisters, you know, but you got to go through them. You know what I mean? You have to go through the proper protocols. But what's going on is that we jumping all over each other. You know, we can have a slot for everybody, but we jumping all over each other. We don't have, so to say, a program, you know, and that's what BET was. You know what I mean? So a lot of us looking at that and they say, well, you ain't good enough, so you might need to just go ahead and pack it up. No, we don't need to pack nothing up. You got Brother T.I. that he's been on those avenues. So we need people like Brother T.I. We need people like Brother Benaiah Israel. We need brothers and sisters that has the voice and that has the funds. We need to all come together. I don't care if I got $5, I could put my 3 in there. And a brother that got $1,000, he could put his 100 in there. We could put it all together in a pot and let's see what it's gonna work for. But if we don't come together, if we don't have meetings anymore, because a lot of us say, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that, and we so divided inside of church, they teaching false doctrine. Brother and sister come together, some of them want to hurt each other and all type of stuff. So we got to have people of the like mind that got a business and also a family orientated mindset. And that's what BET was. But now when we let other people come in, infiltrate it, set their rules, set their dialogues, don't correct the bad behavior, but cancel the whole thing because people is calling out bad behavior and say, well, let's cancel everything. And now let's see, it's canceled indefinitely, instead of correcting the bad behavior and saying that is canceled indefinitely because you don't have the hold of power, then it's able to cancel out the whole program instead of canceling bad behavior. On these platforms, when brothers and sisters show good behavior, a lot of times those things are deplatformed. A lot of times those things are demonetized, and cancellation ensues because the mindset is to cancel anything that is against an agenda instead of canceling anything that is against Yahweh's agenda. Then that's what we're going to follow. So some come in and say, well, other people worship different deities. But in the Israelite community in North America, our main thing, what we was doing was church. We was doing Muslim stuff. We was doing Christian stuff. And also we had something that we called, what was the churches that we go, non-denominational church. And then a lot of those, they still faction under Christianity. But we have brothers and sisters that say we are family. So you have family reunions that's not faction under none of that stuff. That's faction under coming to see old Cut and Pete them come to the barbecue and sit down and have a plate. There's different factions of our people, but we have allowed opinions of disruption to come in and cause a grave separation and cause a mass of disrespect, and we have to separate if we're going to continue with that right there. I can't come and see Cut and Pete if Cut and Joe over there got a sniper and he ready to, so we can't do that. So there has to be a separation in that asset until we could get, because we lost our foundation, until we could get our foundation back in order, until we care that our brother and sister is outside starving like our grandmother and them used to, until you can go to your brother and sister and say, hey, you need sugar, we could go and bring the sugar over there. You could go and see a brother and sister starving in the street now, and who gonna bring the sugar over there? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I want to come on here and kind of like speak on, to give us some things that we can think about to see this is why BET was canceled. And like our brothers and sisters said, let us make something else. If that is no longer going to work for us, how many brothers and sisters got connections with television networks and so on, and is able to pull up those funds, able to do benefit concerts, have Big Frida and them come out there, Tigger and Seven Screeder and people like that, have Frederick from Clay Cut Records to come out there, host shows, build up money, do car washes and stuff. Let's put things in the right proper perspective. Just because something going wrong don't mean cancel everything. Just because your company have bad behavior going on don't mean you cancel the whole company and shut it all down. That means that there has to be something that has to be adjusted. That means attitudes have to be adjusted. Bad behavior have to be adjusted. Not the whole platform be shut down. And if we don't hold the shares to it, then we don't have no say so. So we either gonna get down or lay down. That's how it is. So either we gonna put in work and build something ourselves, or we gonna sit on these platforms and we're gonna argue all day long and wonder why we ain't got nothing going for us. We're not even getting all of the shares from off of the advertisement that go through the ads on here for artists, for makeup artists, and for all the different genders, the things that we do on here. We're not, because we're not together in this. We're not, and if it's not our platform, then we need to build our own platform if the other platform don't want to conform to the will of Yahweh. And that's what I'm saying, fam. I'm about to get off here. I thank y'all for coming. And that was the old school song that I had did in 2011 that never aired on BET, that never aired on any of that, because too many people was being gatekeepers, and not just me, but it was other brothers and sisters in the hood that I grew up in that had talent, and it was not able to be showcased. And if they cancellated all this stuff, if we don't come together and do something about it, our image, and we see that we can be with fashion and stuff on television. That's how the fashion is on the street, no matter what nobody want to say. Even from the 1940s, there's always been models to model out what's supposed to be wear. Even in ancient days, when the priests wore their garments correctly, they was modeling to the people in Yasharal what to wear. When they wore their fringes, when they had their beards, it was modeling. When the sisters covered themselves and veiled their heads, they were models. And so models has always been. And now our models are not honored or respected. So we need to do something as a people, as brothers and sisters, to put this thing back in the right order. All right, fam, I got to go. Shalom to the hearers and the keepers of the word of Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai, thank y'all all for coming and listening. And thank you, Sister Naomi, for coming, and all of those who will come here after. I want to say shalom. My device is about to die. Hope you enjoyed the live.